my colleague, my compadre from NFL Game Day Morning, NFL Network, wearing the hat of my favorite baseball team, the Yankees. Gerald McCoy, longtime Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and so much more. Good to see you, sir. How are you?
It's great to be here. Colleague. Hey, listen, I believe
yes, sir.
The last time we spoke, we talked about that.
Yes, we did.
We did.
You were on the phone, and I'm like, because you had just done the broadcast boot camp, I think. Right, or you were about to do it?
I had done it a little bit prior, a few months before, probably a month before. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. And now look at us.
And we was like, I told you I'm going to try and keep playing, but after, if it doesn't work out, then, and you told me we will welcome you.
And now,
I'm here.
And now look at it.
Look know, right?
Us. It is great. And, it's great to have you on the show because obviously we need somebody with a defensive point of view. And I need somebody who picks games worse than me. So it's great to have you on the show, Gerald.
Oh, wow. I am having a hard time.
See, that's how. This is not called hazing. This is not. This is the way. I would say it to Irv. I'd say it to Kurt.
Hey, listen,
I'd say
early.
I've been with guys I've been with a dozen years.
Listen, I don't pick games bad. Some games I pick with my heart. Like,
it hasn't been great.
Be honest.
It hasn't been great.
I picked the Raiders games all year with my heart. I will be honest. I didn't do my due diligence with analyst work. I just said Raiders. Yes, Raiders. Now the Bucs.
Look at you.
I don't care how anybody feels about it. I've only been wrong once.
That's by the way, when you said in week 1, game day morning, Tampa at Minnesota, you're like, I'm going to pick the Bucs every game this year.
Every game this year.
Kurt, Mooch, Irv, and I all shared a look, and we're like, okay, welcome to the show, Gerald. Now look at you. Look at you. You've got a 75% hit rate 1 month in.
Not only that, a month in, and our game got flexed. How about that?
Did you see that? Hey. Yeah, the Lions and the Bucs, week 5, got flexed into the late window on Fox.
Motown is coming to the Bay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What is clicking, do you think, that didn't? Is it all Baker? Is it Baker?
I think that Baker.
And I know, because again, it was Brady last year now.
No, listen. What I believe is, that the roster is still talented. Prior to Brady, the roster was talented. When Brady was there, obviously, it's Brady. He gives you a boost. But I think that Baker has a point to prove, and I think he's a lot better than what was shown because of what was around him. He had talent in Cleveland. I'm not talking about the talent, but people forget that Baker did go through an injury.
He sure did.
And it's hard to work through an injury as a quarterback. As much as you want to, you may see something, but if you can't get your body to do it, that's why a lot of people retire. Our eyes and our mind might see it happening. Mm-hmm. But even take Ali, he said there was a time where I could see the punches coming. I couldn't get my body to move, to get out the way of the punch. And Baker was at a point to where he was injured. He couldn't make but if you look at how he's operating his offense, I mean, he's doing it. The defense has always been good since, Coach has been there. But I just think they click it right now. Now, it's early. I remember, I think it was 2015, maybe 2016. Atlanta started 5-0, and then they won one game the rest of the year. So it's early, but right now, looks great.
Well, I think, Brockman, you can attest to the fact that I am a big Baker Mayfield fan. On our Overreaction Monday
Gerald,
podcast, that is where all podcasts can be acquired. You said he was like my third son.
He's your third son.
Right. And I know you're an Oklahoma.
Baker Mayfield.
I know you're an Oklahoma Sooner. You're an Oklahoma Sooner at heart. But did you just compare him to Muhammad Ali? Did I just hear that?
I did not. Okay. I compared.
Just
not being able to get your body to do what your mind sees coming. Sometimes our bodies are like, screw you, mind. I'm not doing it.
But Baker has shown up like the flag planting stiff arm and not shaking Hugh Jackson's hand type stuff, man.
I think when people count Baker out, he had the struggles he had in Cleveland, but people forget often because we're in the NFL story now, this was a walk-on who became a Heisman Trophy winner. So when we talk about his heart and his fight and what makes him him and the chip he has on his shoulder, that hasn't left. So he plays the game that way. And that's what they needed in Tampa because it was a point to where everybody, Brady's gone, now what? Well, let's not forget the talent that was there. And we have somebody that believes. And he's shown with his belief, is carried throughout the locker room. Now they believe in him, and they believe, hey, we got a guy that we can believe in. We don't have to worry about. We'll do our part. He's going to handle his business.
Gerald McCoy here on the Rich Eisen Show. So I'll ask you the question we've been asking each other for years, and in particular, over the first 4 weeks, and then certainly coming off of last night's game where Daniel Jones is now in year 5, year 6. He looked like the way that he looked. Geno Smith, as we all know, is the reigning comeback player of the year. And I think one of the first comeback player of the year where he's not coming back from injury, just being benched. He's coming back from lack of opportunities. Yeah. So why is it so tough to find 32 starting quarterbacks in the National Football League, Gerald McCoy? What do you think?
This game is extremely difficult, and it will humble you. It does not matter how good you've been your entire life. At the highest level, you can't just out-athlete everybody. And a lot of quarterbacks come in with the mindset of, oh, I've always been good. I can just do it how I've been doing it. And that's not how it works in this league. If they say you have to be the smartest guy in the room, that's the quarterback. That is, without a doubt, you have to. You have to know everybody's assignment. You have to put in the work. And sometimes you see people be in practice and it's like, oh, we got us a guy. But when those lights come on and those live bullets start flying and somebody can hurt you, it gets in people's heads. And that game moves a lot faster. I always tell the college guys coming in, your national championship is our preseason. That's how fast the game moves. So when a guy comes in and is playing like C.J. Stroud is playing, it's like, well, Jesus, he's got something, But this game is so difficult and it's always evolving. You have to learn to evolve with the game. And you have to – Warren Sapp told me after I made my first Pro Bowl, he said, okay, now that you've made one, you have to start stacking them. The only way to stack them is you can't be the same person every year and be successful, because people will start to figure out this is the best players, the best minds at this sport. So every year you have to evolve. And some people don't know how to evolve, or – when the lights come on, it's just too much for them.
And then, of course, there's the pressure. There's the opportunity as well. Again, not just Geno Smith. Just take a look at, say, somebody like Jared Goff, right? First overall pick.
Yeah.
Second team when he was traded to the Lions by the Rams. The offensive guru genius of Sean McVay is turning you down.
Absolutely.
And you help get to a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Right? And obviously there are many reasons, team game, why you get to a Super Bowl. But when Goff got traded to the Lions, it's just like, okay, he's been banished essentially by an offensive guru. He must be no good.
Right.
Now look at him. Year 8, he is efficient. He is dangerous. He is confident.
His team is too.
Right. And so it's just an age-old question, because you see running backs come out of college. You see defensive ends come out of college. You see wide receivers come out of college, although not so much the class so far for the first 4 weeks this year. And now all these great quarterbacks in the Pac-12 just alone. You're sitting here thinking, okay, the future's bright in the NFL, but it's 12, 15 guys every year. It's just the same thing every year. And that's why I figured I'd love to ask somebody on the other side of the ball who can see that fear and taste it, who's played a position like, say, Aaron Donald making Geno Smith scream, oh, my God, you know?
That was funny.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I figured I'm wondering what's up with this.
I even tweeted yesterday. I said Zach Wilson has all the skills and talent to be a really good quarterback in this league, but his decision-making and confidence is the problem. And when pressure hits you, like you said, sometimes that can make or break a person. And when I think about the pressure that a quarterback has to face, I look at it like a combat sports, or boxing, MMA. When you go into the fight, you know you're going to get hit. But what makes the fighters great is knowing they're going to get hit, but not being fazed by it. This is what I signed up for. I'm going to get hit, but I'm good too. So when these quarterbacks go into these games and that pressure starts to hit them, they have to say, okay, this is just a part of it. I welcome that. But then sometimes, guys, systems make the player. Like, every quarterback, just because you have a certain skill set or your skill, doesn't mean every system fits you. That is not True. You can't just take every quarterback and put them in any scheme and say, hey, he's skilled. I'm going to put him in this scheme because he's skilled. No. Your scheme does not fit his skill set.
But system quarterback, Gerald McCoy, is like it's an insult. Call somebody a system quarterback, right? And technically, isn't Tom Brady a system quarterback? It's just the system he's happy to run because he knows it. Manning ran a system that no other quarterback could, which is why when he went out with a neck injury, the Colts lost a ton of games.
Yeah.
That Rodgers' system coming in to this year is something that I've heard for 4 straight broadcasts. Every single quarterback or analyst that's in the booth, former quarterback or analyst, former player in the booth, say they had to switch from Rodgers' system because he runs it a certain way, pre-snap, post-snap, in the huddle. Zach's trying to figure that out. You know what I mean? So,
the quarterback, you could create a system that a quarterback is used to and what makes them. Example being Brady, I think we can all agree is the greatest to ever do what he's done. When he first got to Tampa, there was a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, for about 10 games.
It's going to work.
They were 500.
And I said on an interview then, in order for this thing to turn around, they have to do what Brady loves to do. Run the ball, play action, screens, and then everything will open up. And sure enough, they went and played Atlanta. They had the bye week.
Yeah, they did.
They had the bye week.
After losing to the Chiefs.
Yep. And they came back, and the whole offense was different. And they didn't lose the rest of the year because they said, hey, listen, we've been trying to make the greatest of all time play in this scheme instead of letting him do what fits him. And they started doing what fits him, and there's nobody could stop him. It just,
and
there's nothing wrong with that.
And suddenly he's throwing trophies on a boat.
Yes.
Gerald McCoy here on the Rich Eisen Show. So, who are your elite quarterbacks? Name the elite quarterbacks.
Elite?
Yes, you would consider elite quarterbacks in the NFL. Is Tua elite in your mind?
Not yet.
Why?
Because in order for me to consider you elite, I got to see it more than once, and we've seen it for 3 games.
Not even last year before he got hurt?
No.
It's not enough?
No, in order to be elite, you have to have a full season, and then I have to see it twice, 2 full seasons.
So Hurts is not elite yet in your mind yet? Hurts is not elite yet?
Not elite. He's really good.
Is Dak elite?
No.
Why not?
We question Dak's ability to protect the football every year. Elite quarterbacks, we don't have that question every single year.
Josh Allen is elite.
Yes.
Obviously, Mahomes is elite.
Yes.
Is Herbert elite?
No.
Why?
What have we seen Herbert do that's elite? He's been really good, but in the playoffs, have we seen Herbert be elite? They had a historic game, and he was on the wrong end of that last year in the playoffs, right?
Is Lamar elite?
Yes.
Why?
He's an MVP, and if you look at what he's done with the system he's been put in, his win to loss ratio with all the injuries and everything he's dealt with, and they still come out winning every year, that's elite quarterback.
But he hasn't won, we haven't seen him in an AFC championship game yet.
Yeah, but, in order to win Super Bowl, a lot has to go your way, but that doesn't make you not an elite quarterback.
Okay, let's keep going with this. Burrow's elite.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. This is a good one. Brock Purdy, is he elite?
No.
Come on, man. Why would you even laugh? Why would you laugh while saying no?
Brock Purdy's not elite.
Why
man.
not?
Come on now. Brock Purdy's playing well. He is, but Jesus Christ, man, that roster's incredible.
Well, so hold on a second. Roster's incredible. There's so many other rosters that are incredible.
He's playing well, and he's better. Here's what I say about Brock Purdy. He's more than what we gave him credit for. Brock Purdy is not just not losing the games anymore. He's actually winning games. And in order to take the next step as a quarterback, you have to go win games. You can't just not lose them. And I think we can agree that with his run that he's been on, he's legit. Elite, no. It takes a lot to be elite. One guy's elite, he just didn't get to play 4 snaps. You know what I'm talking about. Frankie was throwing passes on the sideline.
Who you're referring to, Gerald.
Yeah.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
There's a lot of terms we use too loosely, and we give it to people too easily. I worked hard to be an elite defensive tackle in this league. it took a lot for me to be considered elite because I did it on a team that wasn't winning, and I still was able to produce playing from behind. And I don't think people understand how hard it is. Like, that's why TJ Watt, I put him where I put him, because week 1, they were losing badly to San Fran. He still had 3 sacks. Do you know how hard it is to get 3 sacks when you're playing from behind? They're not passing the ball.
Right.
So in order to still be a guy in a small market that people don't see you and still be considered, that's very difficult.
Well,
so I don't pass the word elite very easily. I just don't.
It's tough to get sacks on a team that's quarterbacked by an elite quarterback like Brock Purdy. See, here's where I'm going on this. Okay. Is that he might not be considered elite.
Right.
But he's playing elite quarterback.
He's playing at a very high level.
Not very high level. He's playing elite level.
He's playing at a high level.
He's playing it like, okay, Arizona Cardinals are coming in. They want to put our pelt on the wall. I'm going to go 20-21. 20 of 21. Hey, no, make fun all you want. You got to beat the teams in front of you. You got to ask the man in the corner about the Arizona Cardinals and how they couldn't beat the Dallas Cowboys. Couldn't beat them. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'll let you finish.
Okay.
They call that
I don't know if you noticed this. There's not a producer in our ears saying go to break like there is on Sunday.
Yes,
okay.
You're right.
All right. So here's what I'm also saying is that his play has removed the whole conversation of what happened with Trey Lance from the table. Gone. That's gone.
Okay.
His play with the contract that he has allows them to pay Bosa, and a whole bunch of other people are going to get theirs because of what he's doing, playing elite quarterback at the rate that he is being paid.
Okay.
Put it all together,
yes,
and the fact that he's not losing games for them, and I understand we haven't seen them down 7, 3.5 to go. Can Brock Purdy go 80 yards with only one timeout? We haven't seen that yet. And I totally pick up what you're putting down right there. But the way that he's playing and what he means for this team and how this team is playing around him, he's an elite quarterback.
Okay, can I ask a couple questions?
Yes, now the floor is yours, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Does he have a top 10 player at every position on offense?
Deebo Samuel, he's not top 10?
When Deebo Samuel...
Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. I'm going to answer your question. Deebo Samuel, top 10. Christian McCaffrey, top 10.
Okay.
Trent Williams.
Okay.
Okay. George Kittle.
Okay. Yeah. What about his fullback?
He's top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have Defensive Player of the Year on his team?
Okay, so you're saying because they're all that good.
Does he have the best number 2 in football right now?
So you're saying Brady had a bunch of guys with name tags. Peyton Manning did it with Dominique Rhodes and stuff like that. Is that what you're saying?
Brock Purdy's a front runner.
No, I understand
I
what
never
you're saying.
said that. I said what I said was he's not elite. I said Brock Purdy is legit.
But Brock Purdy is
elite?
top. Brock Purdy
elite?
Right now, hold on a second. Let's keep going here. This is too good. Brock Purdy right now is top 10 in the league in quarterbacking.
Yeah, he is.
Without doubt, he's a top 10 player himself.
This doesn't make you elite.
Okay.
He's good.
He's good. He's
I'm gonna
playing
keep pounding
well.
this drum. I'm not going to
He's
stop
playing really
pounding
good football.
He's
That
played,
doesn't make you elite.
10 games, 11 games.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make you elite.
But he's playing elite quarterbacking, right? Like he is.
He's playing really good. He's not elite. He's not elite.
He has 5 touchdowns.
He's playing really good. He's not elite.
If he was playing elite, he'd have 12 touchdowns.
I have nothing bad to say about Brock Purdy. But the
Except that he's not
question
elite.
is he elite? No, he's not.
Okay.
I have zero bad to say about Brock Purdy.
Well,
that dude has
careful.
proven everybody
49er fans
wrong
are
that said
sensitive,
that he was
Gerald.
just a guy.
We were talking
Be careful.
about, be careful. We were
They're
talking
sensitive.
before. Who's a
49er
more
fans.
sensitive? Who's a more sensitive fan group? 49er fans or Swifties? That's what we were saying before. At any rate.
Yeah.
What else? Before I let
People
you go.
killed me because I said that wasn't a hold on Jermaine Johnson.
That wasn't. Hold on. That wasn't a hold on Jermaine
They're
Johnson.
not calling it.
What does that mean? But Gerald,
Okay,
he's
listen.
waving his arm like it's a fair catch.
Okay, did Jermaine?
He's like, hey,
now
I'm
answer
being
me
held.
this. Now
Throw a
answer me
flag.
this: did Jermaine Johnson look like he was trying to really get off the block?
He couldn't.
That's because the offensive lineman had him here. I don't care if the jersey is. You may see the jersey being pulled. You never seen the offensive lineman's hands do this. His hands never extended, not once. If I shift like this and my arms never extend, they're not calling hold it.
So was it a defensive holding call on
No.
Sauce Gardner?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that should have been called either.
Guess what? The 3rd and 22 wouldn't have happened if the ball was picked off. If the ball, okay. Oh my gosh. Look at him.
Hindsight.
This guy 3-1 behind his guy Bake. Behind his Sooner
I don't
Bake.
know. I just know, what we doing in Tampa. That's what I do now.
Okay.
Max Crosby's elite.
Oh, there's no question about that. He
I
is
just
a
wanted
game
to throw
record.
that out there.
Okay,
Max
let's just
is
do
my
this.
dog, so I just wanted to
Let's
throw
do
that
this
out
real
there.
quick, and I'll send you throughout the day. Max Crosby's elite.
Elite.
TJ Watt.
Absolutely.
Nick Bosa.
Absolutely.
Joey Bosa.
Yes.
Okay.
He's elite.
Okay. Quinnen Williams.
Think about it.
Okay.
He's thinking.
Okay.
No, I don't want to say he's not because I'm going to just say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say yes.
Obviously, Micah Parsons is elite.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Aaron Donald is elite. Who else? Who am I missing here?
How about the mutant that's in Cleveland?
Yeah. How could I forget him?
Yeah.
We talked about this on game day morning. 2 tight ends traveling.
I've never seen that
He is a mutant
before.
in Cleveland. I'm
He's a
sorry, I
mutant.
forgot Miles Garrett.
He's a mutant.
He is a mutant.
Yeah.
You are correct.
He is. Chris Jones.
Chris Jones is as well. These are all
Yes.
elite pass. How about this? Matt Milano. He is elite.
Sure.
What does that mean? Sure.
I mean, if you say so.
Okay.
I mean, this is your show. I can't
Oh,
tell you
no,
what to
no,
say
no.
on your show. I'm just saying,
Is
listen.
Aiden Hutchinson? Is my
I'm
guy
just
from
a
Michigan
guess.
elite?
I'm just a guess.
Is Aiden
No,
Hutchinson
he's
elite?
not elite. No, he's not. He ain't done it yet. Hasn't done it yet.
Well, ask Aaron Rodgers and Jordan
Okay.
Love if he's done it yet.
Okay, everybody else we name has been a first-team All-Pro. Am I lying?
Pretty much.
Has your guy from Michigan even made a Pro Bowl yet?
Well,
Second year in the league.
It's his second year in the league. Give him some
Exactly.
time.
My
All
point.
right, Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Not
tired of
elite
this.
yet.
Now I'm tired of this
Does he
conversation.
have- he- does he have an elite trajectory?
How about Jalen Carter?
Yes.
Is he elite?
No.
Okay. Fletcher Cox is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Fletcher's. I mean, if you want to, once you have the elite tag, you are. Fletcher's a all-decade player.
Oh, once you get
believe
elite,
he's-
you can't lose it? Is that what it is?
I mean, you can lose it.
It's like a Marine. Once
You
you're one, you're always
you
one?
can lose it, but I mean, Fletcher's Fletch. So I'm never gonna say he's not elite. He is.
Well, enjoy your next 2 Sundays off while I'm in London.
I won't be off. I will be up extremely early.
Where are you going? Are you coming? You're doing the pregame, right?
Yeah, I'll be
okay.
up at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'll say hello. I'll say
I'm
hello.
going to enjoy it. Hey, listen, I'm going to enjoy it, but
Kurt
Frank,
and I-
I'm going to enjoy coffee too.
Kurt and I will FaceTime you from the field.
Yes. Oh man,
Gerald, it's great to have you here. Let's do this
it
more
is
often.
wonderful being here. This is incredible. Anybody who doesn't get to see this in person, you're missing out. This is great. I've done the phone. It doesn't do the interview justice. This is incredible.
I love having you here in
I had a
person.
blast. This was great.
Good to see you. It's great to have
great
you on
to see
game day
you.
morning. And we'll chat again soon. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.